Alright, I'm killing two birds with one stone. A little bit of stair climbing. Well, right now I'm going downstairs. But I have a phone call. A web phone call. Second one for today. With this bank financial manager. I say under quotation marks because this bank, they change account managers every 2 years. It's like I don't want to create another relationship with someone that will go away pretty soon. But I have to take care of this, so this was up in my head, so I wanted to get it out regarding the Take Back Your Life Montreal Facebook account. Now I've mentioned that there was a situation yesterday. I removed one person because I kind of set it up so if I don't have rules or guidelines. Now I'm even thinking that I don't even know if I should. I mean, for now, it's just, I have to confront things, you know what I mean? If people come up to me. But the thing is, I have to take my time with it so I know what the situation is. Now my question is, what is a covert narcissist? I mean, I know what it is theoretically, but to tell one, maybe not so much. And then I know it's harder to tell that. Now, a second situation happened with the same person, but with another person, thinking that this person did something which I don't think could have been done. And this person who thought that the other person did it was blatant, abusive in their private messages and stuff. But I don't have a guideline saying like if you're abusive in the private messages that you're going to get expulsed. And I think that everything is a case per case scenario. It's not like, okay, you do this, then you're removed. So I guess that's why I don't have that. I'm going up 2 steps at a time. I guess that's why I don't have that rule. Because this person, it may be rude and somewhat abusive, but the better good for the page is the bigger picture. And I know Sam Backman has talked about that too, because he's a class 9 narcissist and psychopath, but his information has helped people. So I kind of see it like that too, which is probably why I don't want to do a black and white rule. I want to deal with it on a case per case, kind of in the the gray. So I still have to think about that. How am I going to word a guideline, or maybe I won't put a guideline. Now the situation comes where they think that the person complaining, the victim of it, is a covert narcissist. So that's what's hard for me to tell, because the person who is outwardly abusive, but who's helping the page, said, I heard she's a covert narcissist. And people are talking about that. People are trying to out covert narcissists in the page. I don't have an issue with it. I mean, an issue with narcissists being on the page. I mean, I'm borderline, which is comorbid with vigilant narcissism. I guess it's a type of covert narcissism, but basically just to say that we all, in one way or another, have narcissism. So I'm trying to be open. So what are the rules that I have to draw? Right now, I don't think I should right now. I thought about doing something and seeing how the people react and all that, but nah. Not yet. Not yet. Especially being coerced into it by a situation. Gets me thinking about it, but not sure. So, when the first situation happened and I realized the person who I booted out, it just came to light that that person was really sociopathic, in my opinion, with comments and everything. They didn't like women, or narcissistic women, and his goal was to expose everybody and all that. It's like, it's not the name of the group. So I felt that was more like the low-hanging fruit in a sense. Maybe because he's Canadian and Canadians are a little more docile than Americans in a sense. But that's a generalization. That's not true, especially if you're in Toronto. But I don't know. I have been thinking about it because I feel like I'm the person that someone is latching on to try to get to sway my way. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Now this new situation, though, the guy was very, crossed boundaries with the victim, who people think is a covert narcissist. Maybe on this channel, please chime in if you are and let me know what you think. So because I don't know what to think, so. But I don't think the person who crossed the boundaries was trying to sway me or anything, or he wasn't rude to me per se. I saw the screenshots and he was probably rude. He was rude to her. Which again, is understandable being in the situation that he claims he was in. He's kind of like the crusader for this, which I figured that the last person who I booted out was like that. The only difference between this person and the last person is that he's actually helping the page and is very insightful in that way. It may be one-sided because the page is not only about narcissism, it's about taking back your life and everything that encompasses that. Some people get it, some people are just fixated on the narcissism thing. I was for quite a time, and then I kind of expanded upon that. Although now it seems I'm being brought back into it because there's things I haven't learned. So, I can't put a label on anything. I just have to know by how I feel. Am I going to remove everybody impulsively because someone is being abusive to someone else? I mean, they're all adults, right? And some pages state that all your little bickerings you keep to you deal amongst yourselves. Like a support group, it's very hard for a support group to be 100% cohesive. And I understand that. And the guy, though he was abusive, he showed me enough respect. I mean, he gave me the screenshots. I didn't understand them. I asked him on three separate ways to kind of fully understand what it was he was sending me, because it was hard to understand. And I did, and and then he ended up with saying, "I don't know how else I can explain it to you." So it was a decent conversation. I read through the messages again, and it was like, okay, it seemed it was okay. You know what I mean? So, but I don't have the rule to say, okay, if you're rude to someone else and in their privates and you're harassing them or whatever, that you're kicked out. I don't have that rule. So, I'm thinking that everything is a case per case. I can't have it black and white. I've been kicked out of a lot of groups, you know, for whatever reason. Either I put up a video or I'm spamming too much to get people to come to this group. Whatever people see, that's their rules. That's why I started this group, because I wanted to be able to have a voice, you know, and build something from there. Let me know what you think.